and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast.
Alright.
Yeah. Episode 109, Daybreakers 3.
It's a good film.
In this episode, we've been a bit sexy.
Ooh.
JfG Ash wants to be a retard. JfG Alex saw the Telltale film.
Famously Telltale.
Was it good?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talking.
Expressive.
And finally, Funk is back in action.
Welcome to the party bar. Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 109. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how you doing this fine day?
As always, buddy, I'm good on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts, they give me the fucking hope to go on.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm glad that they give you the hope to go on.
How are you today on this eve of...
Yeah, I've just had a cream egg, listening to Aerosmith now.
Okay,
so...
I mean, standard combination there. I mean, who doesn't listen to Aerosmith after a cream egg? I mean...
It just felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how do you eat yours? I put it in my mouth.
I put it in my mouth and listen to Aerosmith.
I put it in my mouth and swiftly forget about it, whilst also realising that I don't really care for cream eggs.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Cream eggs are an odd thing, aren't they? Like, what is the creamy biscuit-y? Well, not a biscuit centre, is it? It's just a creamy centre. And
yeah, it's too sickly, really, I think.
And what's its purpose in life?
I don't know. It's the sort of thing they'd probably make in East Grinstead, I'd imagine. So
probably, yeah.
Little throwback there.
Nice,
hilarious.
Inside.
What have you been up to, buddy?
Well, it's been the bank holiday, hasn't it, mate? We had an extra day.
It was.
Extra day of boozing, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Done a lot of boozing. Friday night.
Sure.
Saturday night.
Absolutely.
Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Monday night. Tuesday night. And now, obviously, it's Wednesday, so it'd be weird if I didn't do this podcast.
Rude not to now. Rude not to.
Drinking. I mean, I have already been to the pub this evening. Had a couple of pints.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm sure this is going to be my best ever podcast because
and in stark contrast to the one a fortnight ago where you were
stone sober. I mean, fucking who likes that guy? No one.
I certainly didn't.
Right. Well, fuck it. We're going to jump straight into it, mate. Patio Chat.
Oh shit, the bed. What? Hang on.
Welcome to Patio Chat with your favorite hosts, JfG Ash, JfG Alex. Patio all the time. We're there.
All right, go.
Yeah, okay. Been, obviously, like I said, bank holiday, boozing, patioing. That's what I've been doing. It's kind of my thing.
The saga continues.
My go-to move. Got some trellis, some old, like, horrible trellis. It wasn't, like, too bad, actually. It was in okay condition from the father-in-law. He's like, I don't need this anymore. I'm like, I'm looking for trellis. Can I have it? He's like, yeah, no problem, buddy. So I spent a whole day painting that. Looks very nice now. That's going to go on the back wall to hide the shitty, unrendered breeze block, wall that's there. And then get some creepers, go up there,
Creepers?
Yeah, creepers. Jeepers creepers. No?
No.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Hide that wall, so that was nice. Went to B&Q, bought some stones. I love spending money on stones.
That is something, isn't it?
They're fucking everywhere, but I like to drop like 45 quid just on. Just fuck it, just buy some stones, mate. They're just like, I mean, these were like little stones, lots of little stones, obviously, kind of like gravel, but like a whitish pink, which is a bit fruity. I know.
Just fucking went out and bought some stones.
Just did it. I was like, I could put I've got some areas. I was like, I could put plants in here, but I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Put some felt down. Stones. Them weeds ain't coming through, motherfuckers.
Shit the bed,
No
buddy.
chance. The wife comes back from going shopping. She's bought these like solar lights. I'm like, these are gonna be fucking pointless. I crack one open. There's one little LED in there. I'm like, you ain't seeing nothing with these. What is this?
And if they're solar as well, then they will like knacker out after about
exactly.
2 months. But then inexplicably, occasionally work in the winter when no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, when I go like, oh, it's raining again. Oh, and that light down there is kind of working.
Sort of flickering.
Yeah.
Annoyingly.
It's I hope it dies very soon. Oh yeah. I was, to be honest, most of the time spent out in the patio was trying to find places to like put penises. I was like, I could make one out of the stones. I mean, that could be a thing. And I was like, maybe if I arrange this trellis in like a phallic way, that could be quite funny.
So you're having to kind of get adventurous and
yeah, you know
trying to think up new ways now, because you've done all this sort of more obvious stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic though it was, and now it's time to move on to
bigger and better things, buddy. So,
absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I came
stealth cock.
Exactly. You know, it's got to be like you're looking at it and you don't know what it is, but it is. You know, a penis.
You're like, it can't be, can?
Yeah. Straight up dong.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you want from passers-by and lurkers.
Yeah, and like peeping toms.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're real, aren't they? They still exist.
Peeping toms.
Yeah, I reckon.
It is a phenomena. But
or is it? Or do we just know it under a different name now?
I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, people don't really go outside anymore, which means that peeping toms, more likely to get their money's worth. But at the same time, people don't go outside anymore, including peeping toms. So
they do have
swings
the
and round a boo, buddy. Swings and round a boo.
Security cameras they can just peep on, I guess.
Yep.
Set up the Nintendo 2DS. I spent an hour and a half. I didn't play any games. Just fucking setting it up.
What?
Just, I don't know. Like, I turned it on. I was like, oh, this is cool. Let's, like, go on the store and set up an account and, maybe download some demos and stuff for him. So when he loads it up, it's all good to go. Yeah, that took fucking ages, mate. And then there was all kind of bollocks. It's like, hey, you can only use this account on, like, one thing at a time. Like, you can't transfer this to another one. Well, you can transfer it, but, like, you'll lose all your shit. I'm like, wow, Nintendo, I knew you were bad, but seriously, who throws a shoe?
So it's pure Nintendo then, this thing?
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course it is. Fucking
backward.
Yeah, it's extremely backward, and like the whole thing is like, yeah, I had to make another me. Like I made one back on the Wii like 10 years ago, and it's like, oh no, you need to make a new me. I'm like, great. So like it has a camera on it, so I was like, I took a picture of my face, and it was like, we think you look like this. I'm like, you're a bunch of cunts then, because that guy looks retarded.
Who is this mongoloid?
Exactly. I was like, I haven't got a big penis-shaped nose like that. I don't think. Maybe I do, but hey.
You should make a formal complaint. Like,
I'll be like,
log a case.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this me creator thing, yeah. I find it.
Where do you get off?
Highly offensive. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Nintendo 2DS is very comfortable to hold though, because it's extended. It's larger than like your average handheld. Like I've been messing about with the Vita. I'll talk about that in a sec. But because it's elongated, it fits in your hand like a controller, which is really nice. Which is making me think, shit, I should buy like one of those retarded like things you put your Vita in, like a grip case. And I'm like, maybe I'd enjoy the Vita more if it was in some kind of handheld form. Well, more like controller form, I guess.
I have to confess that I have never got on with the Vita at all. Like, I love the device as a concept, and I think it's got some impressive games on it, but
it's
in my fucking chunky sausage-fingered hands, it's a bit of a nightmare after a very short space of time.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, I'll sit there for, like, I don't know, 45 minutes and try and play a game, and I'm just like, yeah, my hands are just hurting now. Like, this isn't comfortable. I'm like, I'll try resting it. I try holding it, like, up in the sky, under my legs. I go all, like, Kama Sutra on this thing. And it just, whatever way I try, it's never comfortable. So I'm like, I saw on Amazon, like, the cheapest one's like £8. I'm like, maybe it's just worth a punt. Maybe I'll just give it a go and then be like, shit, I can hold this thing and it's quite comfortable now.
Because, I mean, you can hook up a standard controller to that, but it just feels pointless, doesn't it? It like completely defeats the object of the Vita as a nice device, whereas this is more an extension of the device, isn't it? So.
Exactly. It's just like an add-on case kind of thing, I guess, you know.
Mate, for under a tenner, it's worth a go, isn't it? You might suddenly get loads of enjoyment out of the Vita. So
yeah, well, I doubt it. I mean, I've looked a lot this week at, like, games that are on there. I've made a list of games that I'm gonna get on there for the holishlay.
The grip would be good to get for that as well.
Exactly.
Then,
this is what I was thinking. You know, maybe like this will coax me on to get a bit more into it. Because, like, seriously, holding that 2DS, I was like, yeah, I could hold this for fucking ages. This would be fine. I'm guessing the Switch is kind of the same because it's a longer device. I mean, it is quite a heavy thing because it's like it's pretty much a tablet, you know. But the fact that it's got that, it can rest in your hand instead of just like your fingertips kind of thing. Like, it does make it a lot more comfier.
Sure, yeah.
So the games that I mean, seriously, I looked at fucking hundreds of games, and there's so much shit on there. I'm just like, it's either like there's a lot of, obviously, because the Vita is massive in Japan, there's a lot of Japanese games out in there. So I'm like, yeah, it's not really for me. Unfortunately, because I've only got like an 8 gig card in there, like if I put Persona 4 on there, like 3/4 of that is gone. And I'm like,
shit,
I want a bit of variety there. Like, if this is all that I have to live with for like a week or so. So yeah, the games I've gone for 2 Lego games because, you know, I love Lego games. So
a couple of biatches, buddy.
Yeah, I've gone for ones that I haven't played. So that's going to be one of the Ninjago games because I've seen pretty much all of the episodes thanks to my son. I'm gonna get the new Star Wars, whatever it is, Force Awakens. I think that's the game, the Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. Another game that I've thought about buying on the PS4 a couple of times is Broken Sword 5: The Serpent's Curse, which is like a point and click kind of thing, adventure game,
and therefore perfect for a Vita.
Exactly, buddy. Totally. Yeah. Urban Trial Freestyle. Trials like game. I'll talk about that in a bit and why it might not be on my list next week. SteamWorld Heist.
Sounds ominous.
Because I played what was the first one?
SteamWorld Dig, although this is apparently completely different to that, but
which is fine. I enjoyed the art style, and the SteamWorld Dig was I got addicted to it one holiday for some reason. Just kept digging, loved it. So
fucking bit of digging, mate.
Yeah, this might have the same effect. And the last game is Severed. I don't know if you remember this, but it looks a bit like Fruit Ninja, and I wasn't happy when it first got announced because it's made by Drinkbox Studios, the guys that made Guacamelee. Which you
were a massive fan of.
One of my favourite games on the Vita. That game is amazing. And yeah, this is like a weird dungeon thing where you go through, you use the left analog to look left and right and go forward, and then just slash on the screen with your finger. Yeah, I don't know. I wish a bit of gameplay. I mean, it's there, so I might play it, and I'll let you know how I get on with it, which I'm sure is going to be amazing. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see on that one. I mean, that was a great game, so yeah, they've got that pedigree there, but in terms of the mechanics, it doesn't sound great, but we'll see.
Gibbons. And the last thing, buddy, obviously been doing more web design shit, and I feel like I'm becoming the master of jQuery now.
Yeah, master queer.
Yeah, I'm scripting some crazy shit, yo. I would say
Some sort of carnival website.
I'm like a web wizard.
A web wizard. That's exciting stuff, buddy.
So yeah, it's web design work is still coming along good. Which,
Yeah, nice, man. Like, you're keeping at it and trying new shit and that, and who knows where it could lead. So that's pretty cool.
Gibbons, buddy. And, that, like, when I sat down to write my pod notes, like, 10 minutes ago, I was like, shit, what have I done this week? Apparently quite a bit.
Yeah. Fair enough, my friend.
Yeah, buddy. So, yeah, that's me waffling on. That's pretty much all I've got to say for this podcast. So if you can finish the rest off for me now, I'll just put in the odd, sounds good.
Okay.
Gibbons.
Okay, buddy. Sounds good. Yeah, okay.
Gibbons. Canned laughter as well, obviously.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, real over-the-top shit as well.
Yeah, okay. Nailed it.
Yep.
Right, so what have you been up to,
Bit of
buddy?
colour there. What have I been up to? I've been playing a lot of games, actually. I've been playing a lot of games. And that is because I fucking fancied it. So
Why not, mate? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, the topic of this week's podcast is games and not patios or talking shit.
Video games, ho.
Video games, ho.
Yep. Yeah, so I've been playing loads of games, and I'll talk about those in a bit.
Nice.
I spent most of Saturday on my steering wheel, like genuinely, because of my stupid work. I woke up, stupidly early, like 7:20, I think it was. That
I love getting up really early on a Saturday after drinking a lot on a Friday.
Yep. Yep.
It's the best. And there's nothing you can do to stop that. It's going to happen.
No.
You're just like, hey, wake up now. I'm like, no, don't wake up now.
There are no lies in anymore. It's all over. Lies in, lions.
Lions.
Make your choice. So, yeah, I think I must have... And I had that sort of mild discomfort and hangover type sort of ever so slightly blurred vision that you can't snap out of.
Nice, I like that.
You can usually get shot of that by having a shower and going outside for a bit, but there was no fucking way that was happening.
Outside.
Yeah, utterly ridiculous. So, yeah, I got the wheel out at, I think, about 9:20.
Like you do.
And I was still playing the steering wheel.
I was going to say go out for a Sunday drive, but it was Saturday.
It was Saturday.
It makes sense.
9:20, I started playing with the wheel, and I was still playing with the wheel at 3:30. So I basically played every racing game that I've got.
So you could have driven from like your house to mine and back in that
Yes,
time.
we're talking sort of 6.5 hours of drive. It's maybe 6 hours of driving.
Just straight drive. I love driving.
I did many miles on many different games. It was quite a challenge because I probably played maybe 5 games in those 6 hours.
Nice.
All of them different sort of feel and that. And those games included Gran Turismo Sport. It's baffling, like never-ending closed beta, but seems to just be running all the.
Still going. I did dip my toe in the other day.
Yeah, little go.
I'm not allowed to talk about it though.
Unfortunately, not. So yeah, I played a bit of that. I played some Assetto Corsa. I played some Dirt Rally. I played some Drive Club. I played some F1. And I played some Project Cars. And I came to the conclusion that Project Cars is fucking great.
Yeah, it is, buddy.
What a great game.
It's a great
Unbelievable. Game. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played all of those racing games. That was my Saturday, basically. And then a bit of a date night with the missus in the evening. Did my famed chicken arrabbiata, buddy, which you've savoured the delights of in the past.
I've eaten that before.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the rave review I was looking for.
I did some pan-fried chicken on Saturday as well. I can't remember. I did pancetta and leeks, minted peas, and I made my own fucking potato gratin which was weird. I was like,
Son of a chef.
What is
there
this?
he is. Son of a chef.
It was alright.
No fucking about from old Ash there.
No, mate.
Fucking sweet, buddy.
Nailed
so
it.
yeah, Sunday was spent with my folks. They came down to visit for the first time since February. Nice, thanks for that. And then, and then in the evening, we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I bet that was
the
more fun.
second of the galaxies.
The second galaxy.
Guardians of another, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Guardian harder. Galaxy with a vengeance.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that movie's great. It's not as great as the first one, but it's great. If the first one was a 9, then this is like an 8. So that's
I'm
fine.
fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of suffers from sequel syndrome, where maybe they try and emulate the first movie a fair bit, and sort of have nods to it and try and I don't know. It's a good film in its own right. It wasn't as great as the first one, but the first one was such a breath of fresh air. Like, I really, really liked the first film.
Yes, it was a very good film.
Yeah, and it stands up well against it. So yeah, highly recommend it. Great film, loads of fun. Important to see that at the cinema.
I would. Unfortunately, my wife is like, I don't get it. I'm like, why don't you get it? I don't get it.
It's a
film
comedy film about space
with super people.
Yeah,
like it's really good.
Yep. Oh well.
Don't get it.
No. Okay. Fair enough. It's cool. You should pirate that, buddy.
Shh.
I mean, you should wait till that comes out on. I suppose. Just Blu-ray.
Well, to be honest, I only watch DVDs.
Yeah, on your Pro.
No, seriously, any disc format that I'll watch, it's a DVD, and it's at work, because every month we get the latest DVDs in for the prison DVD channel, and yeah, we just go through them. We're just like, yeah, sweet, cool. That's why I ended up watching Rogue One for the first time. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably watch it. We've got it on DVD. Like, yeah, that's the best way to watch this film. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch that in 400p, really.
Yeah. Oh no, it's all right, because we've got a Blu-ray player and it upscales it. Because that always is a good way to watch films as well.
Perfect, absolute perfection.
Totally.
I think that's what they use in the cinemas.
I think so. Yeah.
Excellent news. So yeah, that's a good game. That's a good game.
Good game.
Racing games are
stuff.
That's a good film.
Good film.
It would make a good game if
there is a game, buddy. Tales of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Tales of the Guardians of the Walking Dead. Yeah, Batman edition. Yeah, no. That doesn't.
Arkham Knights.
Arkham Knights, Glory Days, Back to the Future,
Game of Thrones,
Game of Jurassic Thrones. Fuck off, Telltale.
Anymore? I mean, they did Minecraft story mode as well.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
That was memorable.
I played the first two. It was pointless and a waste of time.
Patton Oswalt's cool though, isn't he?
He's okay.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm going away for a long weekend this weekend coming.
What?
And we've been looking for somewhere to book for ages. We were going to go abroad, and then we were like, didn't we just buy a new car? And aren't we relatively poor by general sort of living standards? We probably shouldn't go abroad.
Yeah, buddy, I'm still paying mine off 4 years later. I love it.
So we were like, let's not do that. Okay, so we need to. We stay in this country. We keep the cost down. What can we do that's fun? And because we were originally looking at Disneyland Paris when we were thinking of going abroad. Fucking good lord, buddy. I mean,
don't.
It's like £900.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why would you
go away for a weekend to Disneyland Paris?
It's France as well. I mean, that just makes it worse.
I like Paris, but Disneyland Paris isn't really.
But not
in
the
Paris.
French. No.
No, they can fuck off and they can take their fucking garlic and onions with them. No, I like the French and I like Paris a lot, but it's on the outskirts, on like an industrial estate, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, we looked at the Germany, is it Euro Park? Because that's got like big roller coasters and stuff, and I said, fucking Peter Pan's alright, but I like Nemesis.
Yeah,
and like
I like big boy rides.
I like
With the big boy
loop-de-loops.
pants. I like the loop-de-loops, yeah, buddy. I like the twirly-woos.
Yeah, the twirly whoops and the siddle saddle. That's what I like.
Yeah.
So,
You like all the
about,
G's, buddy.
But like, holy shit. Isn't there a decent theme park in this country where two women lost their legs last summer? And would maybe that be a good place to go? And then I was like, hang on, haven't they got that wacky fucking hotel there, which is all like themed rooms and shit?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
That'd be Splash Landings one, mate. That's mint.
Yeah, we were staying in the newly refurbished Explorer rooms, buddy, when we go to Alton Towers for the weekend.
Oh, do you get like a treasure map?
I think we do get a treasure map. More importantly, we get free parking and access to the park an hour early.
That's what you want. So in that first hour, it's like, go to Nemesis, go to...
Also, they've just upgraded Air so that you can have a VR headset if you want. So
I was going to say, so you don't get stuck on it like I've done twice.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
Great ride, though.
Great ride. I love just lying horizontally with like all the feeling to my arms and legs just slowly disappearing.
At least you still had your legs, buddy.
And the worst thing is they're like, here's like free passes. They gave me one. Like, just to go on, like, Nemesis.
You look like a
loner.
loner.
Like a fucking... No, they gave everyone one.
All right.
But, like, only to, like, queue jump one ride. I was like, fuck this. Like, let me queue jump all the rides now, you cunts. No.
Yeah, they're not the best. Not the best, but it's a great theme park. There's at least, like, 4 new rides since the last time I went there, and the missus has never been. So.
You gotta have a go at trying to get the golf ball on the island in the lake.
Yeah.
It's a great challenge.
Yeah, we're going to do the golfing. We might do the water park as well.
The water park's actually really good. It's fucking mint. Like, we've been
it's
there
not
a couple
bad,
of
actually.
times.
It's weekend pass for the two of us is £30 for the water park. I don't think that's too bad.
No, that's really good.
So
they've got, like, the outside section as well, which is cool.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, there you go. We're going to Alton Towers. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to going on this 13, which... wasn't there last time I was there. I will go on Smiler. I don't care if people lost appendages. It looks like a cool roller coaster. I'd imagine since the accident on it, it's the safest ride on Earth. So I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, they would have fucking been like, oh yeah, we'll sort that out now.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend, buddy. And looking forward to that shit. It's just nice. Like it's our like anniversary, but we just thought it'd be really good to do. Don't do like romantic bullshit.
Oh,
don't go to Paris. Don't go to like wherever. Let's just go on a load of roller coasters and stay in a stupid hotel.
That sounds fun.
Probably have a lot of fried chicken. So that's what we're gonna do.
Nice, buddy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's it from me, buddy. So if that's it from you, we should probably go and talk about what we've been playing.
Yeah, because we've talked for fucking ages.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
We're just talking.
Because I haven't spoken to you for ages.
Probably.
And that's on you, listeners. So do you want to kick things off, buddy?
Sure. Urban Trial Freestyle, whatever the fuck it's called.
See on the pod notes you've written brackets shit trials.
Yeah, it's shit trials, mate.
Which kind of summons quite the image in my head, and it's not pretty.
I mean, no, it's not driving along whilst having a shit.
No, or perhaps a series of tests involving shitting.
I didn't see that coming, but yeah, shit trials.
This time you've got to coil it.
Yeah, you go, make sure there's no sweet corn coming out this time.
Mr. Whippy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a great game. It's a bad game. There you go.
Is it a bad game by trial standards, or is it literally a really bad game? It
has no finesse to it. It's very heavy, I would say. I mean, maybe it gets better the further you unlock parts to your bike and stuff like that. but it's just too in my face. Like, the beautiful, I mean, yeah, Trials is quite in your face, I guess, with some of the stuff, but like, when it first started, like Trials HD, or not when it first started, because like the original Trials were like Flash games or something like that. But when when Trials HD came out, kind of thing, it had like this finesse to it. You know, the control system. It was like something you want to like, or if you could master it, it was just an amazing game. It just fucking switched everything on for me there. It was cool. But this, like, it just feels too heavy. There's no finesse to it whatsoever. I seem to be just, like, throwing myself through levels. Like, it doesn't seem like I have to, like, time any jumps. Like, I played it for about half an hour. So I chugged through quite a few levels. But it's just, if you compare it to, well, a game like it, aka Trials, it fails miserably. I
mean, I know friend of the podcast Chris was playing Trials Frontier on his mobile for quite some time. Did you play that one?
I played that a lot.
So how does it compare to? I suppose that's its direct competition, really, isn't it?
I guess.
I suppose it isn't really, but sort. They're both mobile games essentially.
Yeah,
right?
I guess you're right. Yeah, so if I'm comparing it to Trials Frontier, then yeah. It is actually no. I don't think it is a better game compared to that. I mean, it's better in the fact that it looks better in a way that it's 3D. But apart from that, like, no, Trials Frontier was quite a good game. Like control wise, it seemed to work really well.
That's what they've always nailed, isn't it? The sort of precision that you can have and the satisfaction when you get it right.
That's where a lot of these like bike games like that, what was that, Pumped BMX or something we played? Yeah. It was like a PS Plus game. Like the controls on that were too floaty in a way, like the bike would just spin round. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not what I want from this type of game. I want something that's vaguely realistic if I'm jumping up stuff that is real in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it probably will just sit on my Vita for a while, I think, until I just decide to get rid of it. But yeah, it's not what I wanted out of it, and there doesn't seem to really be, like, I was looking for like some sort of extreme sports game, buddy. I'm still searching for an extreme sports game. And no, there doesn't seem to be really any. And this was it. And it's not great.
It's not the best. It's a real forgotten genre, isn't it? And the last few weeks, I've really sort of craved a snowboarding game or a skateboarding game. Like, I think that'd be nice. I think closest you to get is probably that Wipeout.
I know, I thought about that as well. I thought maybe I'll just chuck Wipeout on there or something. I don't know.
It's good, the Vita version of that, man. It's good. It takes a bit of getting used to. It's lightning fast, and I am an old man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's can I be dealing with that kind of speed?
Speed. It's a very good game, and I'm still quietly confident that new one.
The PS4.
Yeah, the remaster with the 3 games remastered, like, looks really nice. And I showed a bit of that to the missus because she actually had Wipeout back in the day and was quite a big fan of it.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came out of her mouth, bearing in mind we've been talking about tellies and stuff recently, was, this is the game to get a 4K TV for.
What, Wipeout?
Yeah. Because it's such a nice remaster. You can, if you pop onto YouTube...
decent refresh rate on your telly for that then.
Yeah, you do. You do. But there's several 4K trailers on YouTube, and it honestly it looks so tasty. Like, obviously the textures are, much of a muchness in places, but the color and the lighting and everything just sells it. It just looks fucking fantastic. And
nice.
I can't help but think that we would play that on game nights and probably really enjoy it.
I think so.
But it might take some convincing to the rest, but yeah, no extreme sports games, buddy. Proper fucking shame, isn't it?
One day, buddy. One day.
Indeed.
Skatefall.
Skatefall. Hashtag skatefall.
So yeah, apart from that, buddy, we've been playing the same game. So do you want to go for your extensive list of games that apparently you've been playing this week?
Yeah, again, like I spent the bank holiday. We had friends down who ended up leaving early, so we were
Always
just
nice.
like, "Fuck him, we'll just chill out then, shall we?" And I just started wandering through my PlayStation, trying out various shit.
Yeah.
So firstly, a couple of the games that have just arrived on PS Plus in Europe anyway. Did you know the US got Abzu rather than
I
Alienation?
did. I would have been pissed off if I got that because that's another
bought
game
it a
that
month ago.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I fired up Alienation. It's very much a game that I want to play with you, so I didn't want to go too far into it.
Okay.
I just wanted to give it a try.
Yeah.
It feels very much a co-op game. It certainly isn't going to keep my attention solo, but it's certainly it's not like a clunky bullshit game like that. Dead Nation was so clunky.
I'm fucking still calling it Zombie Nation.
Zombie
Dead
Nation.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It is essentially that game with a much more colourful art style, and it runs properly, and your PlayStation doesn't sound like it's going to die. There's some really nice mechanics. I particularly liked the environments. I thought they looked really nice. The shooting is satisfying. It's got the Gears of War active reload.
Nice, cool.
And yeah, it's good, man. So I think we'll play that, definitely.
Do you reckon, because it's 4-player co-op, do you reckon, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that could be really, really fun.
Do you reckon get some of the other boys involved, see if...
Yeah, I mean, it's hard at the moment because we've got into such a groove. Like, we've really been enjoying the sort of wheel resurgence and Pez, taking a break from shooty bang bang games and stuff. So nothing else has really had a look in on game nights and stuff.
I know,
but
seriously.
I do think it'd be really fun to play as a 4. So
okay,
and pretty much echo what JJ said all those months ago when he picked it up originally. It's just a really competent shooter that is made by its sort of co-op elements and stuff. So
nice,
cool game. What isn't a cool game is Type: Rider, which is basically Rider. This is a mobile game. This is 100% a mobile game, and as such, I shouldn't, I suppose, really judge it as a PlayStation 4 game, but I will because it's fucking on it. Yeah. And as such, it can fuck off. You just control a couple of little balls.
Testicles.
There's some nice mechanics, but it's one of those games with 30-second stage, finish it off, get to the end, score, next level. Like, I just can't be bothered. There's been loads of them, and this one certainly doesn't really stand out. It looks nice. It's got some cool sort of ambience to it, but who cares? Frankly,
no,
so
I don't.
I moved on.
Yeah.
And I moved on to APB Reloaded, buddy, which is a fucking horror show.
Cool, I'm glad I downloaded it.
Good lord, I deleted it.
I will do the same.
And the main reason I deleted it, and I won't even bother going into it any further, this game runs at 20 frames.
Oh, God.
Genuinely, this game runs at 20 frames a second and below, sometimes down to about 5.
Cool. I love that.
And it looks terrible. It doesn't just perform horribly, but it also looks...
This is a free-to-play game that's been out for fucking years, from what I remember.
It is awful. There were plenty of people playing it.
Yeah, I'm sure, because it's free. People love free shit.
Honestly, utterly unplayable drivel. And it can absolutely do one.
Good.
So there you go.
Nice. Worth it.
And then, other than, obviously, Pez... all of my racing games and a fair old chunk of Peggle 2, I'll have you know, buddy.
Nice.
I also played a bit of Minecraft last night.
I saw this. I know. I was playing a game that we'll talk about in a bit, and I was just like, what the fuck's he doing? He's playing Minecraft. And then, but part of me was like, shit, I want to play Minecraft right now. I was so tempted to just be like, hey, buddy, get me involved.
Yeah, it was great. I played it for about 2 hours.
Nice. What'd you build? Penis?
I built a hut.
Nice.
I built a nice dark wood hut with
rich
classic
mahogany.
It was, yeah, with the classic steps roof. I actually dug the floor out and put the cellar in straight away, so that was good.
Fucking hell, laying the foundations. Maybe we should fucking build some shit. I'm up for that.
And I played that for about 2 hours, and then I literally just turned it off. I didn't save it or anything. I was just like, that was nice.
I really wish there was fucking dedicated servers, or you could buy dedicated servers for like the console versions for that, because that would be mint. I'd do it for like, I don't know, 3-4 months and be like, yeah, that was good times. Because like you want to jump in like and get your buddies involved and be like, yeah, here we go. Like, you know, like Ark and stuff does it. So like, why can't fucking Minecraft? Like Microsoft, they'd make a shit ton of money off that. Yeah,
I don't really know why not. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they're going to go next either with it. You know, there's a lot of questions there. You're going to have to do something to that game eventually.
Well, if you look at it,
like arse.
There's a fucking buttload of DLC out for it now. Like fucking all different game modes and shit. To be honest, actually, I did actually play Minecraft this weekend. My son was like, oh, I want to play Minecraft. I was like, all right.
Oh, there you go.
Booted it up. There you go. I didn't play it, but I was just telling him like how to do it and like how to start forging your axes and shit like that. But yeah, oh man, good times.
It's a fantastic game.
It's a great game. It's the best of its kind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No question there. And really enjoyed the music as well for some reason. There's just something really nice about it. It's just ambient. I was just in like a little coma and enjoying myself, making a little wooden hut. And it's probably the most relaxed I've felt playing video games for a very long time. It's not always the purpose of them, but
yeah, but yeah, it like that ambience there. Yeah, it has that effect on you, doesn't it? You're just like, yeah, cool. I'm just gonna
didn't feel the need to save it or anything. I was just like, yeah, nice,
job done.
Yeah. So my brain rebelling against the sort of generic games that we were complaining about last week, maybe.
Possibly, buddy.
Anyway, that's me, buddy. So there's a couple of things that we've both been playing, and one of them is Project Cars.
It is, buddy. We played some Project Cars, didn't we?
Very much so. We played loads of Project Cars together on game night, and I had a great time.
The handling on that game is superb.
It is.
It is really, really fucking good.
The cars feel so heavy, like, and real, and I don't know. There's some cracking tracks on there as well. Those touring car tracks, very, very cool. And we were playing.
We were playing stupid races.
We were in that. I added as many AI cars as possible and set them to random, as in random classes. So no matter what we pick. At one point we were in. I mean, I was in a Ford Focus. And there were Formula 1 cars, there were GP2 cars, there were classic cars, a couple of like LMP1 and LMP2s, like a whole wealth of different speed vehicles, which meant we were doing Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, and fucking the whole track was just taken up by a random fucking selection of vehicles. Some of them had been lapped. You know, some of them had, and there was no way that you were going to win if you weren't in like a Formula 1 car, but it didn't matter. It was just a party. It was like a track day.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It's such an odd way to play that. Like, I can't remember the name of it, but you know, it's got the fantastic bit up in the hill, all the corners.
Oh, Bathurst.
Yeah, we were playing that, and I think we were in, I don't know, some pretty speedy cars from what I remember.
Yeah.
And I just remember coming around like third or fourth lap, coming past the start finish line, taking the first corner into like a massive fucking long stretch and just being like, like going past a caterer, being like, yeah, see you later, mate. And you were just like, I wouldn't want to be that guy right now. I'd be like, yeah, just imagine that. Fucking just like, be like, go past, mate, I'm pulling over, just like shitting yourself.
It is. You see those videos of the Nürburgring when they have open days.
Yeah,
you can pay like €40 to go around the Nürburgring Nordschleife, and it was just like that, and it really was great because it didn't matter that you weren't going to come first or whatever. It meant that you were in the thick of battles all the time. There were cars definitely all around you, and the odd occasion when you were in something really fucking toilet and you managed to keep something really quick behind you. Just felt satisfying, man. It was
Those
great.
fucking go-karts, man. They're fucking speedy.
They are nippy.
They are dangerous as well. Especially if you hit one of them, they go fucking flying miles as well. But I think next year, like when I've sorted out like my 4K TV and stuff, and probably moved house, so I've got my dedicated game room, aka my office, which is just gonna be a game room. Yeah. I'm gonna sort out like a proper steering wheel rack mount kind of thing. Maybe possibly one like yours. Maybe, I don't know. I was looking the other day at like you can get like the seats and like the proper like things, and they're only like 250 quid. I'm like, that's quite a lot of money, but fucking how cool would that be, buddy?
That would be cool, but I think I'd rather spend that money on a VR headset to play Project Cars with. Because that is where VR headsets make sense.
Yeah, they do.
Cockpit games like racing games. And,
but you need the seat, buddy, as well.
You need the whole shebang.
Yeah, you need the seat and the... Yeah, okay, I'll start saving now.
We won't be going abroad next year either, I'm afraid.
No. I'll be buying a virtual car next year.
Absolutely.
Oh, fucking... Yeah, mate. Project Cars, really good fun game. I was a bit upset that I haven't got fucking Dirt installed either. I need to get that sorted out, because I was like, oh yeah, I want a bit of fucking Handbrake Action Jackson going on right now.
That game's awesome. It's really, really hard though.
Yeah, it is really hard, but I just thought, you know, maybe we'll go into whatever that 4-player thing is. I can't remember what it's called. Like,
that was good. Yeah, the Rallycross.
Rallycross, that's the one. Yeah, like I'd love to. I reckon we should have a go at doing some of them again at some point, because, like you say, we're back in Wilton. Might as well fucking abuse it.
Absolutely. Sounds good, buddy. I'm always up for that shit.
So what is the final game that we've been playing this week, buddy? Because, you know, in the month of April, we had free £10 to spend, and I spent mine on Full Throttle Remastered, which, you know, great game.
Absolutely.
What did you purchase, buddy?
Well, fresh off the back of my rant last week, where I moaned about how boring everything was, I decided that I couldn't then go ahead and spend that on like the fucking DLC add-on for Uncharted, or at one point I was considering buying some car packs for Project Cars, which would have been equally wasteful of me.
Definitely.
So in the end, I had a look around the store. Not a lot took my fancy, and finally ended up, because I've seen some rave reviews about it, with the Sexy Brutale, which came out a couple of weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah, a couple of weeks or so ago.
And I really liked the look of that. I liked the concept, and having played it, I have to say, I think it's a wonderful game, and also possibly unlike any other game I've ever played. So it certainly fits the bill. I think this thing's great, but I don't know how much I want to say about it, because I think to talk about it for more than a very short space of time probably spoils it. So yeah, this is a game where you are some dude, and you're in this casino.
Yeah, mansion thing.
And everyone's getting murdered, and you're sort of a observer stroke having a crack at saving them, using various weird mechanics, including the ability to rewind time. But it's far more complex than that. It involves these masks that stop the other people in the mansion from seeing you, but their masks can see you, and I don't know.
The masks are like the enemy. So there's a main enemy, which is people that from what I guess, like work in the casino.
Seems to be the workers, yeah.
And then the other enemies are the people themselves. So you cannot be in a room with either of those two people at any time, because it's quite nice, because the mechanic works like you go in there and then you've got like 5 seconds to get the fuck out, because they're like, oh, I see you, and then they'll just start coming towards you at a slow pace.
Yeah, but they won't follow you out of the room, will they?
No, they won't. That's the good thing about it.
And you can peep through all keyholes and look inside rooms.
I haven't found myself doing that anything at all, because the nice mechanic about it is as you walk up, this is like it's a top down like isometric view. As you walk at the door, there's normally a green ring kind of around the door, but if there's someone in there, I believe it's red. Or even if you go up to the door, like your mask starts like on fire, catches on fire to alert you of the fact that there is someone in there. And it's like at that point, you know, don't go in here, but hey, peep through the keyhole because you might see something, you might need to hear something in there or something like that. So that's really cool. It's like investigatory or whatever it is, you have to investigate shit.
Yeah, and that's and basically this is like source code, if you've seen source code, or I suppose Groundhog Day to a degree. It's just a case
it's a one-day loop, and everything happens the same in that day continuously, even after you save people, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's so many people staying within the casino, and your end goal is to save them all. And when you work out how to save them, it's like, yeah, great, you saved them, but then it just rewinds time, and obviously next time they just die anyway, which is weird, but yeah.
It is a weird game. So yeah, I don't know how well we've explained that, and I don't know if we'd want to explain it any better because I think it might spoil it, but that's the general gist of things. The art style's wonderful. It's a really pretty game. Runs really nicely as well. Loads of interesting mechanics. Lots of learning where to be at the right time, making changes that affect other things that affect other things. It's a real thinking person's game.
For me, this is like some kind of adventure game, like a point and click, because it's like, right, I have to learn what's going on, and then I have to go through the path of doing it. And to be honest, this is the main downfall, I would say, of this game, is the fact that I might spend like half an hour searching for something and then be like, oh, I thought I already tried that earlier on, kind of thing, but I didn't. And it's got that, like, if you get into a point where you can't find what you're meant to do, then you're just gonna find yourself walking around for, like you say, half an hour or whatever, and that can be quite a turn off for some people for this type of game. But this isn't a problem with this game. This is a problem with that genre of game.
Yeah, with sort of, it's like a puzzle. Really, it's like a puzzle game, and you'll have frustrations with it in the same that you'd have at any puzzle game. It's just presented in a slightly different fashion. The game's very funny. It's very irreverent, and the music's excellent as well.
I don't know. That some of those music loops, they don't loop very well, and I was just a couple. It just pissed me off so much. I'm like, what have you done?
I did notice a couple of those. Yeah, I mean the music itself's excellent.
No, the music itself is, it's lovely, good music. It fits the atmosphere and everything like that. But some of them are just like, why don't you loop around?
The intern working on Logic that weekend.
Yeah,
not the best. So yeah, I don't know what else to say really. I really like it.
How many hours have you put into it now?
I've probably played 3 hours, something like that. I'm in the midst of saving. I can't remember if it's the third or the fourth set of people. And yeah, I just think it's really clever. I really like it. But I do think that you need to be in a certain mood for it. It's not a game to relax to.
The first time I started up, I played it for about an hour, and I could really get into it, because mainly it was like trying to learn the game, and I struggled with that, just because it was like a completely different dynamic. I knew what was coming, but I was just like, okay, this is how I have to play this game. And then second time I sat down, I ended up playing for about 3.5 hours, so I'm about 4.5 hours in. I've got like 2 more people left to save, I think, now.
Okay, so you've had a real good go at this. I've
got through it. Some of the people that I've just gone straight through. I've been like, yeah, okay, cool, I know what I'm doing. Whereas other people have been like, what am I meant to do now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
and it's just a case of like exploring. There's a hell of a lot of different dynamics in there. When you save someone, you collect their mask, and that gives you a new ability. So I can't remember what the first ability is.
It's syncing up clocks and stuff. And,
Okay, yeah, syncing up clocks. One lets you like hear whispers and things like that, and then there's it goes a bit third dimension, fourth dimension kind of thing as well, which is cool. It just adds more, to the game. Cool.
It really is unique.
Yeah,
and it's been so cleverly planned. It feels like this game was planned out sort of in minute detail before anyone even sat down at a computer. Like, it's like it's almost sounds. It feels to me like, like a load of like close friends had an idea, and then they chatted about that idea for like 5 years before they actually did anything, because it's just so intricately planned. And
I think one of my things about it is when I look back at the puzzle, I'm like, that wasn't really that difficult to follow. Some of them are very just like, yeah, do that, job done. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I expected a bit more from it. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to be taxing me in a way. The only thing that's taking time is finding these things. It's not the connection of putting them together in a like it's not the solving of the puzzle. It's just the actual doing of the puzzle that is taking me the longest time. I think on this.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how I feel about this game in sort of a couple of hours down the line, because it sounds to me as though you started out feeling pretty good about it, and now you're not quite so sure. Like, I get that you like it, but it sounds like you got a bit of trepidation.
Yeah,
there.
No, I think like I said, I'm enjoying the game. I think it's a good game. But yeah, there's things about it that I'm like, I wish there was a fucking run button.
Yeah,
And like, seriously, like it's a game of repetition, like I have to do this day and this day every day kind of thing. But the good thing is, like, when you find like a new clock, you can save it at that point. You haven't got to start at the same place in the mansion. You can save at different locations in the mansion. So every day you can start somewhere different, which is a good way of progressing, like, the level, it being at one massive level, but you're moving on. But yeah, it's I'll spend a day finding stuff and be like, all right, cool, I have to start the next day again, going around collecting all that stuff again, because obviously that day's restarted. I didn't have that stuff at the beginning of the day, and I wish I was like, right, can I just not fucking pelt it towards there, grab the shit, and then crack on? Yeah,
sure.
But once again, that's part of the game. That's part of the puzzle. Timing is a massive thing in this game, because obviously people walk certain paths, and when you look at the map, you can set what time of day, what time in that day, I should say, and it'll show you, like, if you've seen people in certain areas, like, that person is there at this time, that person is here at this time, which is, like, once again, brings it back to that larger puzzle thing. So I don't know, maybe the next couple of people I need to, like, look at people's movements more, but I haven't really found that a major issue yet.
Fair enough. Well,
I didn't think I had that much to say about this game, but apparently I did.
Yeah, I think you got more to say about it than I do. And it seems fairly measured, like some of it positive, some of it negative. I don't think this is going to be like a massively long game. It sounds like you're probably a couple of hours from the end, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all it needs to be as well.
Yeah. It's I really like it. It'll be interesting to see if I get a bit of fatigue as we go through. But it's the breath of fresh air I was after, to be honest. I think that it's not really like anything else on the system, and it's come along at the right time for me. So yeah, really good.
Nice, buddy.
Well, I suppose we should move on then.
Might as well.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
And now it's time for the news. The news. Fucking news. Number one.
Number Wang.
Nintendo announces 2DS XL, which will launch on the 28th of July.
2 days after I bought a 2DS, I had 2DS XL. I'm like, fuck you, Nintendo.
I suppose two questions to you. Firstly, would you have held out for the XL?
No, because
secondly,
my son's birthday is before that date.
Okay, and then the next question would be, do you think that you would have got your 2DS cheaper after this announcement?
No, because the 2DS is like, I mean, if it does drop down price, it'll be like £5 because they're like 70 quid. Like you can get them like 65, 70 quid with a game. I mean, that's pretty cheap.
That is pretty cheap, and I have to say, not a 2DS but a 3DS. I've been quite tempted, actually.
See, like I looked at all like 3DS, 2DS, 3DS, 2DS. I mean, I'm like. I will never use the 3D element of a 3DS. So
is that the only difference? Is there no difference in power or anything else?
I think there's a bit of... Well, yeah, there's more power in the new ones, but they're Nintendo games. I mean, do you need power?
I mean, you want them to run well, though.
Well, I mean, do any Nintendo games run well?
Well, perhaps not.
To be honest, now that this is coming out, if you want to look at the specs of it, this is obviously going to be a souped up 2DS. This is the one that I would choose.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's got the power of the 3DS,
like 40,
but without the pointlessness of the
than a 3DS.
Yeah,
and I never want to like. I remember playing a 3DS like a few years ago and being like, I can look at this for like 15 minutes and then I'll die.
Yeah, no, point well made, buddy.
But obviously they've got the slider on it, and you can just turn the 3D down, which is what's the point in that? Like,
yeah, true. Either way, I mean, the game library is so vast, and the games are quite reasonable. I'm tempted. So.
Definitely better than the Vita, buddy.
When would I fucking play it, though, is the question.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, I was like, I've picked up my Vita and this week and be like, wow, cool, the Vita. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not playing this.
You can only take a dump so often, buddy.
I know, right? But then I've got my phone. I'll just go on my phone and look at some porn while taking a shit, you know? That's what I do.
That's your business, buddy, and fair enough. Pretty weird.
At least it's not porn of people taking shits. I mean, that's weirder.
That'd be kind of cyclical, though, wouldn't it? Which is,
you know,
I quite like.
Now, obviously, I'm looking at whatever fucking gaming news is out, trying to get me news favorite things of the week, buddy. That's when I do it.
Yeah. Well, that'll be comforting for the listeners to know that that's when the news is retrieved. It's good stuff. And on that note, number 2, buddy.
Nice.
Sticking with Nintendo, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is top of the UK charts. This is Nintendo's first number 1 since Pokemon White in 2011. I'm surprised that they've had a number 1 as recently as 2011. But either way, Pokemon White there. But yeah, no, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, top of the UK charts. 2 reasons I'm pleased about this. Firstly, even though I have no intention of buying a Switch and I'm not completely convinced by it, I do think that the world of gaming is enriched and improved by having an alternative.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Fucking
that's a good point.
Big gun bullshit, fucking COD shit. So that's good. That's the first thing. And secondly, I'm pleased that it's number 1 because it has knocked Ghost Recon Wild Pants off the top spot, which never deserved to be there.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that is the main thing to shout hallelujah about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like when Wet, Wet, Wet were number one for 14 weeks. It just shouldn't have happened.
It did, though, buddy. I mean, that's the thing.
It did. With that cover. So there you go. Brilliant news. Brilliant news for Nintendo. Over half of all Switch owners have bought that game. I'm surprised that figure isn't higher.
I know, that's what I thought. I mean, I'd like to see how many people have bought fucking Bomberman, to be honest. And then
true.
So apparently that is a fucking horrific shit show, that game.
Yeah, I've heard that they patched it and it's worse now. I'm pretty sure.
They patched it to like down-res it or something to get the frame rate up or something. I can't remember. Some bollocks like that.
Sounds like the sort of shit you should do before you release a game, but
maybe. Hey,
who knows? It's still Hudson publishing that.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Okay. Well, fair enough.
They're the ones with the B.
Daytona USA fame.
Yeah.
I mean, good stuff.
Great game.
Knowledge. 90s knowledge. Like my wet, wet, wet reference.
I mean,
fucking hell.
Well played, mate.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. More Nintendo news. This is less news. This is more something I think is quite cool. Have you ever done an escape room, buddy?
No,
or do you know what they are?
Yes, I do know what they are. There is one near me. I've thought about doing it at some point, but, it means going outside.
It does, and that's troublesome. Escape rooms are a really cool concept. I did one in Hungary, which was in like an abandoned office building and was terrifying because we weren't sure whether we might be slain. But
maybe it is an actual like
it is a
prison room.
It's Saw. It's Hungarian Saw.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
That was great. Anyway, there's a live action escape room coming to London, and it is fully Zelda themed. The whole thing's Zelda.
So what, you have to dress up as Link
in
you
July?
Have, like, Navi whispering in your ear all the fucking time. Me. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, there's a video.
Okay.
Have you seen the video?
Okay, I'll investigate.
I wouldn't bother.
I won't investigate.
Doesn't show anything.
Oh, okay. I love videos that don't show anything. They're the best. What's the point in that? It's just like Battlefront. There's Navi. Yeah, it is Navi, isn't it? I think it is. Triforce.
Yep.
Crates. The bad guy, I can't remember his name, begins with G. Say Gunter, but it's not.
Well, it's an escape room.
What the fuck? That is nothing.
The terrible
fucking
video.
Great tagline. Arrive as a player, leave as a hero. Oh, fuck me. I mean,
you're not convinced. If it goes on tour, then you're not sure.
Well, apparently it's in Barcelona as well.
Yeah. So designed by live-action escape the room gameplay company Scrap, Defenders of the Triforce tasks teams of 6 with solving puzzles in a room full of other teams doing the same. Players are seated at tables where they solve clues, then go exploring to separate areas. Cast members portray Zelda characters to interact with as you work out how to locate the Master Sword. The UK version will host 15 sessions at London's Islington Assembly Hall. I've actually been there to see several gigs, so that's kind of weird.
Big dick
5
player.
per day, over 3 days. The experience lasts 90 minutes. Regular price of £30.98.
Bargain, mate.
It's quite a lot of money for an hour and a half, but
I mean,
if it's well done, then fine. Either way, it caught my attention because we've got quite a lot of Nintendo news this week, and I thought that was quite cool because escape rooms are quite cool. So that's coming to London in July, buddies. If you're up for that sort of thing,
fruity
indeed. Yeah, buddy, fruity. Queer. We move on. Darksiders 3 has been leaked. This is Darksiders 3 from THQ Nordic, or rather Nordic Games, who stole the THQ name with money. Darksiders 3, buddy.
That's how it works this day and age.
It's a game that I don't know anything about, and I didn't play Darksiders or Darksiders 2. Can you shed any light on this story? Okay. I mean, this is feeling a little news favourite things, because
I mean, I don't even know if I had it. I think I saw it today and I was like, that's not even worthy of me.
Third-person hack and slash, yeah?
Yeah, is it like Dark Souls? I don't know. That's probably like the heinous of things to say about it.
I don't know how it passed me by as a franchise. But
I mean, I can see the artwork of it because I've passed it many times in like game, going like, nope. Just looking at the case and go, because it's cool. I don't know. It sounds shit.
Don't know.
Darksiders.
Not to be confused with, is it Daybreakers? Which was a vampire film.
No idea. Daybreakers?
Yeah, Daybreakers. Was that what it was called?
Darksiders?
Fucking, this is...
Daybreakers is a thing, apparently. IMDb puts it at 2009.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke film.
The year is 2019. A plague has
Seriously,
transformed almost every human
great.
into vampires.
Daybreakers, watch it. It's cool. Everyone's a vampire, and the humans are the minority. Right, so that's the sort of swing. All the vampires are living in the city, and they've got all these like houses with like auto blinds and shit because they can't go into the light and stuff.
Ooh, nice.
And Ethan Hawke's like a detective guy who's sort of hunting out humans because they're like the last unpure. It sounds shit. It sounds like Underworld, what I'm describing. I promise you it's not. It's really, really good. Really good film. Anyway, nothing to do with this, but I did find something to talk about for this little segment of the news.
Daybreakers,
Darksiders
vampires
3
and shit, yeah.
I don't know if there's vampires.
I doubt it.
We'll move on. Fuck. Paladins beta, buddy.
Yeah, I've
Paladins.
downloaded it. Shit, Overwatch. Let's play that game.
I'll give that a go.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe it will spur us on to play Overwatch again.
I don't think so.
Let me just get my Overwatch hat. Because I'm such a fan.
You love it.
I love Overwatch. Like I've got an Overwatch T-shirt. It's a cheeky play on words. There you go. Overwatch. There you go.
Fucking Overwatch, mate.
Overwatch hat, mate. Even says Overwatch on the fucking visor. It says Overwatch.
Well,
yeah.
The Paladins beta is now free to play on PS4 and Xbox One.
Paladins hat.
I suppose we will play the game and see if it's worthy of the purchase of a Paladins hat.
Of course it is. I'll buy any hat for £3.
Sure thing. I'll certainly give this a go because it's what we do. So there we go. That's available now. So get stuck in, buddies. Come play it with us. Why not?
I love it.
Couple of biatches. Finally from me in the news this week, buddy. Chet Falisek has left Valve. He was the lead writer on Half-Life and Portal, among other things. So he is the last remaining member of that writing team who did the Half-Life and Portal games. He's now left. And his writing partner, Eric Warpaw, left last year and is currently working on Psychonauts 2. So I think all three members of the original Half-Life writing team have now left Valve and are free to work on other projects. I think we just need to keep an eye on what they're up to, because that's kind of exciting. Valve obviously wasting their talents by creating Steam and releasing nothing for several years. So that's...
you know what, mate? I'd sit there and be like, yeah, sweet, give me some money.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, cool, just pay me. I'll just sit around.
I mean, that's what they do. And yeah, no one's the boss.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. Either way, we'll keep our beady eyes on those boys because they have written some of the greatest video game stories ever. Created some of my favourite games ever, and I'm interested to see what they are up to next. So, just thought it was worth mentioning.
Gibbons, buddy.
So yeah, that's my news, buddy. I think it's time to hand over to you, my friend, for Ash's news favourite things of the week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's news favourite thing of the week.
Cheers, buddy. So this week I've got a few things for you. Microsoft, Nintendo and Sony related. Because, you know, They're games companies. It makes sense.
Yeah, on this gaming podcast we're doing.
Yeah, so starting off with Sony, expected to announce 60 million PS4 milestone. 60 million, buddy.
That's pretty big for not that long into the cycle. I mean, I suppose nowhere near the end of it these days, but it doesn't... What is it, like 4 years?
Yeah, it's coming up to 4 years, 3.5 years.
60 mil.
That's impressive, mate.
Nay bad.
I've bought 2.
There you go.
Because I'm a retard. Yep.
No, man. I intend to do the same.
Next-gen PlayStation system will launch in 2018. Analysts predict.
Really? 2018?
Yeah. Predictions from the analysts.
So I suppose that... I mean,
I could see it happening end of next year.
I suppose if as is expected, the Scorpio launches in like September this year.
Yeah, of course it will.
Then they'll need to, won't they? They'll need to. Sony will have to respond. I don't know, man. I do not know.
I mean, the Pro would have been out 2 years then, and that was like a stepping stone, wasn't it? Clearly.
Still feels short, though, doesn't it?
What, 2018? 5 years? 6 years? 5 years?
I suppose it was like that in the old days, wasn't it?
Yeah, like that was like, I loved the progression from like, I got the NES late in the cycle, but from the SNES to the N64 was like perfect for me. I don't know why. It was just like, yeah, this is the time to move on. And like, I've always said like 5 years is, I probably haven't, but from
no, you
what I'm
have.
saying,
Yeah, you've
5
always
years
kind of said
is my time for new shit, buddy. I like 5.
That's how quick the
band.
cycle needs to be to prevent you from buying a new PC. So
Unfortunately, I bought a PlayStation Pro. That happened.
well, I mean, you're ready to go for the old 4K gaming now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've got this for a while now. But we've spoken about that.
Yeah.
Nintendo confirms they will not have a live E3 show again this year. So they're going to do that, whatever it is, Playhouse, or I don't know, the whatever crazy shit they do.
Yeah, they do Nintendo Direct, and then they've got the Playhouse sort of
New direction.
live streams.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know who is going to be doing live shows this year. I guess it will just be Sony, Microsoft, and Ubi.
Yeah, Alicia Tyler's going to have to come out again, isn't she?
I don't know what they're going to talk about this year.
Steep 2.
Steep 2.
I got an email
Steeper.
today from Steep, like, come and play Steep, there's new things. I'm like, no, mate. No chance.
Incidentally, we were talking last week about possibly snapping up the Crew with my free credit, and then discovered that it doesn't support your steering wheel,
Yeah, I know, right?
and therefore is completely
And we
pointless.
also looked at Need for Speed, because I was like, if I'm ever going to buy a shit racing game, it's got to be Need for Speed, not the Crew. And that also does not support my steering wheel, maybe not even any steering wheel.
Need for Speed does not support steering wheels.
I mean, yeah, winners.
Unbelievable.
I know, buddy.
But then that handling model's so fucking woeful
it
that
was
you'd be
terrible,
pissing in the
wasn't
wind
it?
anyway.
So bad. I don't know what they did wrong. But
Awful.
everything. That's what they did wrong. Everything was wrong. Oh dear. Right, Microsoft, buddy. Have you seen the prototype for like the Scorpio? You know, like the whatever model it is, the dev kit. There you go. That's the word.
Yeah, it looks really nice for a dev kit.
It's got a little screen on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Microsoft gives consumers the frames per second counter on the front of the Xbox Scorpio. So you get your frames per second on that LCD screen or LED screen.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so.
Hmm.
This is, it looks legit from what's like...
I'm not doubting it, I just think it's stupid.
I think it's funny. I think that's well good.
I want to be able to write stuff on that screen.
Oh yeah, totally.
You can use it as some sort of like Dreamcast VMU.
Yeah. play a bit of Snake on there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
And finally, buddy, the day has come. The day that we knew was going to come. Not NAC is PS Plus. That's for another day. But the other day has come. And that is Call of Duty 4 Remastered has been listed for standalone release.
Oh, they can't wait anymore.
They can't wait anymore. Apparently a page apparently showed up launch date of June the 30th. The Xbox One said July the 30th. So hey ho.
How much do you reckon?
30 quid.
30.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of cunts. It seems unlikely that it would be a full price game with something in the range of $20 to $40. That's what these guys are predicting. But my prediction is the same. I predict 30 quid, which is in between $20 and $40.
I think you are spot on. $29.99 in the UK.
I think it's $29.99.
Yep.
Wipeout, $29.99. New Uncharted, $29.99. $9.99.
Could it be 40?
No, fuck off. Could it be 40? That's retarded.
Because it launched as a.
No, yeah, but there's the DLC
had the
for
extra
it
maps.
as well. Oh, cheeky fuckers.
Could it be 40?
It would be 40. No, it's going to be 30. 40 quid with the season pass.
They're going to do a season pass.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping,
the fucking golden digital deluxe, whatever it is, fucking thing. That's what it's going to be. I fucking love games companies. They're all a bunch of cunts.
Oh,
this isn't even a thing, but you know it's going to happen.
Oh, I'd love the season pass for the standalone. Oh my god. Just the sort of exposure they'd get for that.
It'd be mint. It's so good. I'd love it.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, longer time coming than expected, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought it was going to be out within a couple of months after the game was released, but we all knew it was going to come.
I think I said 6, but even that was quite wide of the mark because it's going to end up being 9 or 10 in the end.
Beginning of July, yeah.
Well,
yes, yeah.
Was always going to happen.
Yeah, of course it was. It was always going to happen. I mean, you got to be a fucking retard to not understand that that's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on the season pass pack.
I mean, that was going to be it, buddy, for my favourite news things of the week, but this has topped it. I haven't been looking at the Twitch chat, and some guys just popped in. He's been like, water is water, but the second water is spelled WATR. It sounds like a twat already. I mean, clearly he is. He says, go drink some tea, you British piece of crap. And then he's like, you're both British. This channel sucks. I'm like, you win.
We're one of those all British channels.
I mean, I could put on an accent if you want me to. Like, where do you want me to come from? I can be that guy.
He'll do that for you. He'll
If that gets me in your good books, I'm there.
I don't know what you think this is, mate, but fucking we stream this to nobody and we prefer it to stay that way. So
yeah, fucking do one, son. So yeah, buddy, that's my news favourite things of this week.
Oh well, tasty stuff, buddy. Thanks for that. And that was your news, and that was my news, and that was the news.
That was the news, buddy.
Sure was.
Yeah.
And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
Right, I've read this a couple of times, and I don't know what I'm meant to say about this. So what have we got?
What is correct?
What is this? Fonz or Phoenix?
This is a potential Fonz because
Okay, cool.
I've been gradually
Thanks for
getting
clearing
more.
that up.
It's a tough one. I've been gradually getting more and more excited for Battlefront 2 because
Yeah, buddy. I'm all about it.
I think that the base game of Battlefront 2015 was excellent,
it was.
but
It was very
had
cool.
massive problems with it. And since then, we've had Battlefield 1, and I think that that's a fantastic game with very few problems with it. And a lot of the decisions that were made in that game were different from the original Battlefront, Battlefront reboot, fuck's sake. So that has kind of been making me more and more excited for Battlefront 2, including the fact that it's not just going to be a multiplayer game now. To coincide with that, Outside Xbox did a video this week highlighting several things that DICE has fixed on Battlefront 2 via sort of preview events they've been to and sort of a collating of comments from DICE and the development team. So that has kind of chucked fuel on my hype fire, buddy, and I'm starting to get kind of excited. So I just wanted to mention a few of the things that they've been talking about. Firstly, the single player. There'll be some. But more, which is nice because last time it was just a pile of wank. But at the same time, it's an exciting campaign in concept form, at least, because you are playing firstly as a woman and secondly for the dark side. So they've gone all out there. But it sort of spans 30 years of lore. The game's kind of been signed off to be canon as well, so everything that happens is stuff that actually happened in that universe and is kind of the proper lore, L-O-R-E. And that's pretty cool as well. The space battles, they've adjusted the space battles to make them a proper game mode. There's more people, 24-player space battles, not just sort of tacked on bullshit. Interaction with the environments around you. You're not just sort of flying around in a circle and being sort of pinged back round again. There will be bombing runs, the potential for Death Star bombing runs and so on. And asteroid fields and all of the things that could have made the first one cool.
Yeah, the things that you wanted in the first one.
Absolutely. And on top of that, the vehicle sections for Battlefront 2 are being made exclusively by Criterion Studios, who are a renowned vehicle-esque video game developer doing stuff like Burnout, the fantastic Burnout Paradise, by the way.
Great game.
The Need for Speed before it was shit. And most importantly, Trick Style on the Dreamcast,
Great
which
game.
was a fucking great game.
Best game.
So they're kind of spreading the wealth there in terms of the development teams and concentrating on their strengths. Everything's pointing towards them having learned their lessons from the first one. The hero pickups are gone. They're replacing those. The new system hasn't been completely detailed yet, but it will involve some sort of resource collection, i.e. a system where you can't camp on a fucking token.
Yeah. I like the idea of being able to pick up like random shit like AT-ATs or whatever, or ATSTs and things like that. But yeah, the hero things was a big issue for me. I was just like, I never got one. I never, ever got one. I always got random stuff. But it's probably because I didn't know where they would spawn.
Yeah.
If they've got rid of that, then yeah, cool. I'm happy.
Yeah, you want a situation, and actually was mentioned in the Outside Xbox video, was that you sort of want a situation like Titanfall where you can slowly earn your vehicle, but everyone gets the chance to try it out and have a go. So it's not the same as Battlefield 1, where you're on a massive, expansive map, and if you want to specialise in certain vehicle combat, then you can. This is an arcade game that kind of needs to branch out and be accessible to everyone. It was one of the best and worst things about the first game. I just think they're making all the right noises. The season pass thing, I can take it or leave it, because frankly, there's got to be some sort of paid for shite system in there, and whether it's called a season pass or if it's riddled with microtransactions or if it's something else, there's going to be something in there that erodes away at the whole game design. There always is. This is an EA published title. There will be problems there. But all in all, from the sounds that I'm hearing, it's starting to look a bit Fonzie, buddy, to me. I don't know if you agree.
I mean, yeah. Totally.
I know you saw Rogue One recently, and you kind of mentioned at the time you were kind of, I'm up for this now.
I watched Rogue One like a couple of weeks ago. I've been watching the game night stream of the Star Wars RPG thing that they did, like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I've been watching that as well. I'm like, yeah, fucking Star Wars. Let's do this.
It's good shit.
I'm very, very aroused. So yeah, firstly, buddy, I'd like to say this week's podcast is sponsored by Star Wars Battlefront 2. Secondly, I just put a picture in the pod notes, if you can see that. I'm just do you remember that game from 2005?
I do remember that game.
What's that game called?
It's called Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Bit confusing.
It is a bit confusing, buddy.
This game's already been out for 12 years, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm like, what are you on about? Came out ages ago.
Well, that's the nature of the industry at this point.
Seriously, it's like fucking, like, I don't know. It just confuses me. I'm like, there's already been a Battlefront 2. Star Wars is Battlefront 2.
Not really an issue when it comes out, but certainly when you're talking about it.
Well, yeah, I know. But still, I just thought it was quite funny that they were just like, yeah, fuck it. Battlefront 2 in it. Don't care.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, Fonz, buddy. I'm looking forward to it as well.
I hope it's a Fonz.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, I just think the way that Battlefield 1 panned out, and the noises that they're making up until this point, I think this could be a real winner this time, especially if they if they release a game that has, a AAA $60 level of content, rather than half a game, and you can buy the rest and we'll deliver it later. But we'll see.
Oh, I'm so scared.
It could go either way.
I know, right?
They got it right on Battlefield, so there we are.
Yup.
And now it's time for Out This Week.
That's out this week.
It's another bumper edition, buddy.
Fucking stellar. This is, mate. I mean, we're going to be here for a while. You better crack on.
Birthday's the Beginning is coming to PS4 and PC this week. I believe this has been in early access for some time on the PC. But I don't know that I can describe this to you.
Isn't it like a world building game kind of thing, isn't it? Or
I mean, it is like that, but it's sort of like a world building game, but it's very pixelated, and you're like you're like a Superman. You can kind of fly about. There was a game that I've just remembered the existence of.
Is it like Spore or something?
I'll have to look that up later. There was a game where you sort of put water down and filled a sort of isometric landscape with puddles. I can't remember what that was.
Sounds gripping.
Yeah, it was. It was the golden age of gaming, buddy. Anyway, that is out this week on PS4 and PC. We also have Strafe. Have you seen Strafe?
No. Should I?
Strafe is Quake 2, basically.
No, yes.
An old school, super fast,
retro
retro shooter. And as such, I'm very interested because it looks like Quake 2, and I remember Quake 2 being brilliant. It probably doesn't look like Quake 2. Quake 2 probably looks fucking dire at this point, but it looks like what I remember Quake 2 to be.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's a first-person shooter that's incredibly fast, and it is not the prettiest of games, but that's what it's going for.
It's not supposed to, is it? That's the art style. Exactly. I can respect that. So yeah, that's cool. That's coming to PS4 actually.
That could be possibly okay.
Yeah, I mean, what's the multiplayer going to be on there?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if it's single player or multiplayer or anything really.
No, it's got multiplayer.
Oh shit! Okay. Who knows?
Well, I sort of want that.
I don't think it'll be as good as you think it will. I don't know. I feel like it would be okay, but I would get bored of it very quickly.
Maybe.
I'd just be like, I'd rather just play Doom, like Doom now, last year Doom, kind of thing.
Maybe it is a multiplayer.
I'm just on the Steam page. I'm not seeing. No, it's only single player. It says here.
That's the end. That's the end for me. Fair enough.
He's had enough, guys. He's gonna kill himself.
That's a shame. The Strafe website, though.
Yep.
Is something to behold. I will say
okay.
that. Anyway, we'll move on. Finally, this week, Minecraft Switch Edition. Kind of pertinent. We were talking about Minecraft earlier.
Yeah.
This was always going to happen, and Minecraft enriches any console, buddy.
I mean, yeah.
And that's out this week.
That's out this week.
Sure is, buddy. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Is he got some questions, buddy?
Funk's back from his holishlay. He's got a little something for us.
Funkamo.
Funk says, Player Unknown sounds fucking sweet and right up our alley.
Gibbons, buddy.
Gibbons. Almost how we play a lot of games. The fun just sort of appears.
It's magic.
Was thinking about Ash's completionism and Alex's kind of playing bored. That sort of describes single-player games for me at the moment. I'm either one end or the other. Playing Doom because I want to finish it, and it is good. Thinking about playing Uncharted again because I bought the fucking thing and want some value. Going to play some single-player driving because it's fun and a good switch-off. But for me, the best gaming is multiplayer gaming. Shared experience is the best, and when your buddies are spread out all over the place in the real world, it's like going down the pub. When I think back over great gaming times, it's always Rainbow or moments of a driving game or, weirdly, FIFA Pro Clubs that stands out.
Gibbons.
Spot on, basically. Totally agree that PlayerUnknown would really, really enrich the PS4. I think that'd be fantastic. And it's janky, but kind of purposely janky, and it's not like broken in any way. Like I think you could port that on there. It kind of comes down to how much of the mechanics and the 100 players and everything, how demanding that is, I guess. Like,
oh shit! I didn't put it in my news favorite things of the week because of this. Actually, because of what he said. Apparently, the guy. Oh fuck! I can't remember his name. There we go. I've actually got the article. I will read a bit. The guy, Chang Han Kim. There you go. That's his name. He's in close talks with Sony about bringing it to the console. obviously, because it's in early access on PC, like that means that it's still a fucking long way from coming to PS4. But it looks like there's a high possibility of this game actually coming to console.
I mean, they'd be mad not
awesome.
to, wouldn't they?
I know, but the problem is, the buzz is now. They need to get it here soon before it goes, because you know what this the whole reason this kicked off is because of Twitch, and you know what that crowd's like. They'll jump from game to game, quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you only have to look at the way that DayZ died, where
exactly.
The bandwagon
H1Z1,
yeah. These games have come and gone in the past, and yeah, that can happen. It's happened with a lot of these emergent gameplay games like Rust and Ark, where they were really popular briefly, and then it was gone. And if you're not there to pull the trigger on each platform, then you can forget it. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how long they can ride the wave of this, because at the moment, like, it's just the whole of YouTube and Twitch.
Sorry, completely fucking. No one else will understand this, but you saying "ride the wave" just reminded me of a Medium Steve song, "Harad Body Buddy."
Oh, classic
Riding the
Body. Fucking what an album!
Oh my god! Sorry,
what an amazing band, Medium Steve
No one
Buddy.
will know anything about that, but Jesus Christ. That is a very personal thing between me and you. Wow.
Classic band.
Was it like fucking something about a ball? I can't remember. Fucking Jesus Christ. Maybe I'll put the song at the end of the podcast. There you go. I'll put the song at the end of the podcast.
Do it. Fantastic.
This was like 14-year-old me playing drums. There you go, mate.
Expertly.
Maybe 15. Who knows? I'm gonna have to sort that out somehow.
Gotta be done.
Yeah. You wanna taste? Oh dear. But that'll get you nowhere.
Brilliantly crafted.
Yeah, mate. Anyway, what were we fucking talking about? Jesus.
We're just basically siding with Funk, just agreeing with Funk.
Yeah, mate. Like, totally. His whole thing of, like, either, like, trying to get through stuff or just fucking about with stuff is... Yeah, it's where I am at the moment. I want to go back to Persona. I want to finish off Horizon. But who's got the time? And I just want... more multiplayer online games to be better. Like Ghost Recon, we thought that was going to be a great co-op game, and it was okay. It was fun. We enjoyed our time with it, but it didn't have the depth or anything, or maybe it's the lack of competitiveness. Because, like you say, pro clubs and Vegas, they're competitive games. We loved fucking getting up as like a 4-man team or 5-6-man on Vegas, and 4 on FIFA, busting the shit out of people on that. Maybe that's the thing that we're missing. I don't know, but like literally, if I'm online and you come online, you're like, hey, fuck it, I want to play some games with, well, maybe not a buddy, but some guy, just fucking send me a message, send me an invite. Like, I'll be there. I'll play some games, buddy, anytime.
Yeah, to Gibbon. Maybe you're right. Maybe the competitive element is the thing that we've lacked recently.
Been missing, yeah. Maybe.
You could be right. Maybe it's time to buy FIFA.
No.
You
tried about 2 weeks ago with this. I'm still not having
when it was like 20 quid.
Yeah, no.
We give it a miss.
Yeah.
Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we want to know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We want to know.
Get on the show.
Get on the show, and these people got on the show.
Fucking these, but that's plural.
Oh, yeah.
Shit the bed.
Oh, yeah. Not a Johnny Briggs in sight, buddy. Firstly, from PJ, he says, I saw an article about pro controllers for Xbox One and PS4. £150 for a Razer Raiju troll seems a bit much. Have you looked into any of these pro controllers, buddy?
I've investigated them a little bit. I mean, I'd love to have a go on one, but not buy one, I think, because that price tag is fucking hefty. I mean, like, I bought my steering wheel for 130 quid. That's a big piece of kit, you know, pedals, fucking steering wheel, flappy paddles. There's a lot going for it, but these pro controllers, they're just a controller at the end of the day. I mean, I'm not on like a pro circuit or any kind of fucking thing with that, so I mean, it would be interesting to see what it would do for me gaming wise. I mean, we literally just said we don't really play much competitive gaming, so why I don't really feel a need to have one.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I'm not saying I wouldn't want one.
I'd like to win one or something, but I certainly wouldn't buy
I'd like
one.
to be gifted one. My Amazon gift account is
my wedding list. I suppose the only other side of it is whether the build quality was... If the build quality was 3 times that of the standard controller, i.e.
Then
would last 3 times the length of a normal one and therefore work out a similar price.
Those PS4 controllers are... The rubber grips on them are fucking terrible.
Yeah,
They are absolutely
you
awful.
got to get thumb grips with these trolls because they just
I've
it just
never
wears
seen
down.
anything like it.
Really bad.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It is just the worst.
Pretty bad. Yeah, no. And as you say, like you compare it to the price of other peripherals, the fact that you can get a steering wheel for the same price.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It just makes a bit of a mockery of that price point, I think. But the biggest problem is that the standard controllers are so expensive.
Yeah, like 45 quid. Like, you know, that's like standard price. I mean, yeah, you can look around and be a bit of a wheeler dealer like I am, you know, find them for 30 quid here or there when they drop. But yeah, £45 you're looking to spend on a fucking controller.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember saying about how my son's controller, like the thumb grip on that was like wearing out within a couple of months. I was like, this is just fucking... I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've had countless controllers in the past and none of them have done anything like this where it just like disintegrates and you can feel it disintegrating in your thumb. You can feel like bubbles of it just rubbing off.
It's poor.
This is just bad.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I did when I got my newest controller was immediately put some heavy-duty thumb grips on that.
That's the same. Like, I got my new Troll with the PS4, and I was like, yeah, I already had my thumb grips from my old one and just transferred them straight over. I couldn't give a shit about my old controllers now because they're just for like my son and like any of his friends that come around to play.
Yeah,
but no one's fucking touching my controller.
Damn right.
It's mine.
Lock and key.
Yeah, mate. Fucking top shelf. They
Good
can't
shit.
get that shit. That's where I keep the porn as well.
You're going to want that.
Mm.
So PJ also says, love the sound of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds game. Sounds pretty epic, and I'd do that with you guys. Fingers crossed for a console version. Absolutely. He also says, agree with Funk. At the moment, I'm struggling to get the mojo to play single-player games in the little time I have free. But I'm hoping to get stuck into something in June, maybe back into Witcher 3. So... yeah.
Oh, everyone wants to get back to The Witcher 3, buddy.
Yeah,
Me
and
too.
The biggest enemy of my other games at the moment are the ones that are sort of so easy, and I think that's the thing. Like, it's the same reason that people sit down and play 20 minutes of COD. I will sit down and I'm like, I can't be asked. I'm tired. I don't want to think, and I'll play. I'll either do a little bit of racing or I'll play PES because I don't have to think about it. I don't get heavily invested in it. I don't care if there's a power cut and it turns off. And that's the biggest enemy of immersive stuff when you've got sort of not that much time available and constant
you need
distractions.
to put aside. It's like with the Sexy Brutale or whatever. I purposely last night I was like, right, 3 hours. I'm going at it. Ended up being like 3.5, nearly 4 kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's cool. I enjoyed it. Like by the end of it, I'm like, It's like nearly 12. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. But I'm glad I chucked it in, kind of thing.
Yeah, Gibbons.
It needed to be done.
That's what it's all about, I think.
Indeed.
So yeah, thanks for that, PJ. So you've popped something in here, haven't you?
I was like, who's this guy? Just fucking barging in on fucking JfG Street Beat. Yeah, I thought about it like halfway through the podcast. We didn't. I remember when we were talking about what games we're playing. Obviously, we played the Prey demo last week, and you were suggesting that you might play some more of it. Did you ever go back to it? Because I fucking didn't.
I did. I finished it.
Oh, did you? What did you do? Anything you found any better?
No.
Or no? Okay, cool.
No,
We're not
and
playing that game then.
I've done some reading about it, and firstly, I can't really understand this, but everyone's wanking over it,
Right, cool.
as though it's fucking amazing.
Why?
I don't know.
What are they saying?
I don't really know.
Okay. Apparently,
the performances, the graphics performance is far worse on the Xbox One. But
acceptable.
But there's no input lag on the Xbox One, and the reason that it feels like fucking shit on the PS4 is because there's a load of input lag which they have allegedly fixed for the final code.
Well, so, why didn't you fucking put that in your demo, you twat?
Yeah, but chuck a demo
Seriously,
out with so
why?
much. So I was wondering, I said to you last week...
It's completely put us off that game.
This game, I was expecting sort of Dishonored levels of control.
Yeah.
Totally, and I realise it's not the same engine. They're not using that engine that they used for Dishonored. This is the Cry engine that they've used for this, which notoriously bad for console games. The Cry engine, but just masses of input lag on that PS4 one, and I'm just entirely unconvinced in every way, in the looks, the controls, the story, the enemies, and I feel like this is the sort of game that I'd normally really like and also normally be really hyped about, but it's not doing it for me at all, and now I don't trust the reviewers either because they are all wanking off the demo and I think it's shit, so... this is going to be a sale, I suppose, unless the thing comes out and just hits tens across the board, and I'm compelled to, jump back on and try it. I
don't know. So it's been out for a week or so now. Do you actually face any different enemies than the annoying little black jizz things? Are they any better? What are they?
Well, they've got some fucking vague AI, which is nice, but at the end of the day, it's... I've always preferred fighting sort of material, physical beings and stuff, and it's just not... I don't know. It's got the possibility of being really compelling. There's so many things about it that I like in video games, and therefore this should form a package that excites me and makes me want to buy it and play it, but... I don't know if it's the time that it's come out, the fact that I'm a little bit numb to sort of shooters, especially space shooters, the fact that it's kind of trying to sort of play the same tune as a lot of my favourite games like Half-Life and Bioshock. It doesn't feel authentic. I've still got a bit of a bee in my bonnet over the fact that this game was balls deep in development and looked fantastic before it was cancelled and they started again, and I liked the look of that game, coupled with the fact that I don't see how this has got anything to do with the original Prey, which was a game that I really liked.
Right? I was like, where's the native Indian guys?
Yeah, I just don't really... I don't know.
Where's my spirit?
Where's Don't
animal?
Feel the Reaper, buddy? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't I walk on... I don't know, actually. I haven't got that far. Can you, walk on special platforms that take you up walls and ceilings?
and there's literally the portals from Portal in it. No,
are they there?
No, it's just... I don't know. But maybe this comes out, maybe the input lag's fixed, and maybe it's great, but... No, I'm not sold. At all.
Embargoes, mate. That's what it is.
Classic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go around again. Maybe I'll try really hard. But I feel like I'm being made to work too hard to like this fucking thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
It is a new leap forward though. They released a terrible Doom demo, Bethesda. And now they've released not only a terrible demo, but one that lags to fuck so you can barely play it. They're like, yeah, play this.
I mean, they just keep getting better and better.
Now they
It's
the
slow
last
clap for
step
them.
of the master plan, buddy, is having put out a 1 hour demo. They should embargo the fuck out of it until after launch. I think that'd just be the best thing ever.
Nice.
Terrible stuff. Anyway, maybe it'll be.
Thanks
good
for that, Ash.
Cheers, Ash. So let's head on into Community Watch, buddy.
Community Watch.
Community Watch.
And address that picture from Mel last week, the drum playing gentleman.
Yeah,
Mel
he was
writes
playing the
in
drums.
and says, last week's pick in the community, he says, yeah, that's me just getting some on the war drums, still screwing around in the old Arc. I wanted to thank you for saying that about the generic crap that's being pumped out lately, and that you pretty much stated my existence with the schedule, except I'm 3 p.m. to 1 a.m., 80 lies and 80 miles, and play goalie on NHL during the week and Arc or Field on weekends. I just shake my head every Tuesday when the PS Store updates. Nothing head-turning for quite some time, faux show. P.S. I would listen to the Alex Walks Outside podcast every episode, bro. So I appreciate that, buddy. He's obviously keen on my idea of a podcast where I visit various National Trust properties and comment on their mazes, stately homes and water features. So that's good to know.
It sounds like a beautiful day out, buddy.
It's nice to know that people kind of feel the same. I don't know if it's to do with the fact that, I don't know if you remember last year, the opening sort of quarter of the year. I'm not talking financial quarters. I'm talking sort of January to April.
What are they called? Spring.
Yeah,
autumn.
spring. That's what it is. I knew it was something like that.
What are they
go.
called?
A season. It's a
Seasons. There you go.
One of the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So much stuff
quarter.
had been delayed that it meant it was a bit of a bumper spring last year, and it hasn't felt like that this year. There's been some good shit.
Some big games come out, but they've just been shite.
There's been, yeah. I mean, we've had Horizon, we've had Persona, we've had not a great deal else.
Well, no, but like the expected games, like For Honor, that was meant to be pretty good. It was not.
Nah, I didn't like that.
Recon was meant to be good. It was not.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Other game came out, which I can't remember. That was also bad.
Yep.
You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Prey. There you go.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe everyone's just a bit fatigued by the whole thing. But either way, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know other people have weird gaming schedules as well. And yeah, I agreed. Like the PlayStation Store updates, you look at it, you're like looking for something to buy. Frankly, because we've got plenty of credit.
It's just ridiculous. Every Tuesday, I go like, right, fucking, let's check it out, and I'm just like, sweet Paragon.
The fact that I had to deliberate for that long to spend my free £10.
I know, a whole month we had that, and it was just like,
don't know, no.
I mean, luckily I had a fucking pre-order, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, that's it. I mean, we were going to go micro machines, but it got delayed. So.
Yeah, it got delayed, and there just didn't seem to be any real
also
reason.
we put that little doubt in our mind, like, is this game actually going to be any good, or is it going to be shit? We just don't know.
Again, possibly because I'm just getting on. I'm getting old and fucking grumpy, but as much as I realise they need to diversify that game if they're going to reboot it, I saw that capture the flag shit and I thought, just give me the fucking pool table and the sports cars.
Exactly.
Like,
I just
don't want weapons.
Simple, I mean, Mantis Burn Racing, it's just simple out. It's top-down racing.
Exactly.
That's it. I mean, I still have issues with like the camera angles and stuff on that because it's not micro machines. So like, just fucking give me micro machines.
Yeah.
But like updated.
Worth mentioning, me and PJ particularly fucked up on Friday night game night. After everyone else had gone to bed, we loaded up GTA and played the tiny races.
Oh shit, did you play it? Okay. That doesn't sound good with the fucked up.
No. Well,
No, okay, yeah.
fucked up as when we were caned, but
Okay.
the game's also bad. So
I haven't heard great things about it.
it's shit.
Yeah.
It looks nice. It's great as a concept, but at the moment, the mechanics are such that any nick, any spin, like anything, you can't recover.
gone.
It's just a shootout,
That's a
basically. Like it's like you touched by anyone, you spin slightly, like one wrong move, or the mechanics like turning you over or anything, and the whole system is basically kind of like Micro
Wasn't that
Machines.
Micro Machines? I was going to say, Micro Machines, you had to
Yeah.
nail every corner. If you didn't, you were just like, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, but
You are dead.
there was just something different about that. This just doesn't
Yeah.
feel like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that Micro Machines just kind of expanded the screen, and that kind of made it feel more fair. Like you had to stay on the screen, whereas this is it's an
Like,
online
how
game.
How Trials does it locally?
Yeah.
Is it locally?
Yeah. There's a circle on the map you need to stay in.
Yeah.
And it just makes it feel not very fair because there's no rubber banding. Obviously, you can have slipstreaming and stuff if you're close enough, but if you fall behind, there's no rubber banding.
No,
so you're going to.
You need that in those type of games.
You do.
You need that catch-up mechanic.
Yeah,
don't
you have to have it in there because otherwise, and it displays the circle on
It
the
doesn't-
screen. So
Yeah.
you fall behind and you are equidistant to the circle for 10 seconds and then you explode. Like, you can't catch
Yeah,
it up.
you
It's not
can't
getting
do
further
anything about
away.
it.
You're all going the same speed. It's just a bit shit, really. And we played about 5 races just to confirm in our drunken state that it was shite.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
is shite. So there we go. Not that I'm complaining about GTA. 'Cause fucking just not enough content.
That game from 2012, I can't even remember when it came out.
I think it's 13, but that's a while. So, yeah, mate, not the best. And hopefully Micro Machines is cool, but either way, yes, I think we were all feeling it a little bit. Funk's talked about it this week. PJ has. We got Mel writing in with the same sort of idea. I think I struck a nerve last week. I've been feeling that way for some time, and I think there's a tiny element of fatigue as well with the fact that we're both now working and relatively comfortable, and we've got our little family sharing thing, and it means that we can basically buy whatever we want, whereas before you had to kind of wring the value out of stuff because you couldn't afford to buy it all the time, and maybe that's got a tiny bit to do with it as well, but mainly the games are a bit wank.
Fucking Destiny Season Pass, mate.
Do not do that.
I'm doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Fucking stupid.
I know, right?
And that's why
that is going to be the game that brings it all back.
Fucking that's
This
how
is
we
it.
get.
We've spoken about the multiplayer and shit. This is going to be the game.
Fucking no. It might be the
I
game.
believe.
Fuck, man. I can't imagine what they're going to do that's going to make any difference.
It's going to be amazing.
Sure. I fucking hope
It's going
so.
to be exactly the same.
Probably,
There's gonna
buddy.
be no fucking difference.
Probably don't buy the
Why
season
would they
pass,
change
then.
it? They've made so much money out of it, and now they're like, "Yeah, we're going to be even better now." And it's like, "No, we're not."
Yeah, but it
It's just
comes
gonna be the
down
same.
to
But we've just done loads of advertising, so everyone's going to be like, "Yeah, well, let's buy it again," and it's going to be shit.
what sort of company do they want to be, though? What's their ambition?
They want to be a one that makes money, buddy.
I don't
Companies
know.
love money.
I don't know. They've got loads of that.
You don't.
I
But
I
they
can't
need
help but
more, buddy.
think that
They need more. They always need more.
But they've got a bit of pride and a bit of arrogance about them, that business. That's one of the reasons they put out so many great Halo games, because they wanted to be the best. They've got a bit of narcissism there. They want to be talked about. They don't want to be this cash cow fucking... They don't want that as their reputation. And that's what I'm holding on to in the hope that they'll release
that's
something
the thing.
great.
We're going to see what happens with that, because, there was the whole spiel of like, oh no, we didn't want to do this. Like, we were made to
trying
do
to
it.
chuck the publisher under the bus.
Was it Activision, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going
yeah.
about.
Sure thing, Bungie. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
We shall see. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that game, but I'm still pretty much on board with buying that season pass because I'm a massive dick.
I don't understand that. I literally...
Literally, the only reason I want to do it is because I've never fucking done it. I want to do it once in my life. What is that? When is? There is never a good time to buy a fucking season pass before the game's out.
Project Cars 2.
I don't want that. That's not for me. That is your time to do it. I feel like Destiny 2 is my time to be like a massive tard.
I can't understand how a company releases a game that's massively underwhelming, one piece of good DLC, and then a series of fucking bullshit that makes you want to spend 90 quid on a fucking copy.
It's £80, but then half that and half it again. So 20 quid.
Terrible idea. Really bad idea.
I know, right? I can't wait.
The worst. Well, either way, that's your version of being fucking fatigued by generic bullshit, buddy. Is you're a glass half full gentleman,
go with it.
And you just I'm fucking, you're putting it all on black, buddy. You're putting it all.
I'm doing it all. I'm doing it, Peter.
He's getting stuck in. I respect that. I do.
Yeah. I just think, like I said, I think, I've never done this before in my life. It's not like I want to try everything in the world, but I don't know. I just feel like, fuck it, do it.
Name me an occasion.
No, name me a time where that would have been a good idea. There's never a good idea, buddy.
There you go.
Exactly.
Hitman.
That was a good idea. Fuck, I missed the boat on that.
But that wasn't really a season pass. That was the game.
That was the game, yeah. But
so that doesn't really count. Other than that,
no. No.
No.
I was going to say Trials Fusion, but we bought the season pass for that, I guess, didn't we? Because it was bundled with the game.
That's the thing. We can pick it up later.
But it'll be more expensive later.
Will it?
Yeah. It's like an extra £10 if you buy it solo. That's why it always puts me off about those things. If we're fucking rambling on now, which is fine.
I know.
If season passes,
with that.
Yeah, I know. If season passes weren't like £30-35, if they were like 20 quid, I'd be like, yeah, that's more reasonable. I'll be happy to pay that. But I think
used to be.
Well, they didn't actually exist back in the day.
That was good.
They weren't there. Remember that? Remember days before DLC?
Remember Tatooine?
I remember Tatooine.
Yeah, no.
I feel like DLC is way too overpriced. But I think this is it. We can. I don't know. Maybe these are topics for another podcast.
Maybe
next week's shit like that. But anyway, we need to finish this because we're on point for the 2 hours 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
Well done, buddy.
Good shit. We made it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know that I'm drunk.
Good shit. Ugh, good lord. Okay. So I guess that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 109 of the JfG podcast.
Pounding booze.
Shared a few laughs.
Shits and giggles. We've talked about both.
We certainly have, buddy. Yeah. Games and so on. Mainly of the video variety. Need to play that Exploding Kittens at some point that we got on the old Android.
Yeah, I really want to play that at some point. Obviously, we need to play that multiplayer.
Yeah, could do with 3 or 4 people there for that.
Yeah. On the chat.
To get on that shit. I need to make good our 10p purchase.
Yeah, fucking damn right you do.
Hugely important. What are we going to do now, buddy?
Hit the store. Maybe play some Paragons.
No, Paladin.
Okay. Paladins. Paragon? Oh, Paragon was that other bad.
Paragon was that MOBA.
Yeah, Paragon. Oh, God. I do not want to play that. No. Let's play poor Overwatch. Poor man's Overwatch.
Poor man's Overwatch. Maybe a bit of Alienation.
Zombie Nation.
These are all options available to us.
Other nations are available.
Fucking absolutely right, buddy. I put up these pictures on the wall in the hallway
Please go on.
4 of them in a row, and
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that they're straight. But every time I look at them, I'm like, is this? I think the second one's up on the right, but maybe it isn't. The flat is not symmetrical.
Don't talk to me about symmetrical.
It just isn't. You can't measure it. I did it in a grid with chalk.
You literally can't measure it.
You can't.
It's unfathomable. You just know. Can't measure this.
I literally made a grid on the wall with chalk, and I put all of the pictures up.
Was it freehand or was it measured?
I used tape measure.
Just okay.
Tape measure at a spirit level.
I just drew a grid. It was 5 by 6, and then slapped it.
It was like, yeah, I just drew like a fucking hopscotch on the wall, and then positioned photo frames in between them. Fucking hell, man.
We need to do a podcast intro. I haven't written it yet.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about this.
Yeah,
we'll do that in a bit. Dear, fuck me.
Okay.
Where can you find us, buddy?
I don't know if I really want to divulge my location, buddy, but you're up north somewhere. And thanks so much for listening, buddies. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk. We are also on beam.pro/the JFG podcast. YouTube, we're on there. Search the JFG podcast. Twitch.tv/the JFG podcast. Cheers, random person who briefly insulted us. You too can do that if you head to twitch.tv/the JFG podcast. We're on SoundCloud if you want to listen to an episode from 14 weeks ago. Come and join us on the PlayStation communities. You can find the JFG podcast on there. I still haven't uploaded those pictures of Ulces, which is really letting the community down there. We were lucky to receive anything from anyone this week based on my misdemeanors there. But there we go. Where else are we? We pop up on Stitcher. You can find us on your iTunes. You can find us on your podcast apps. Our Twitter handle is at the JFG podcast. And we are also on Google Plus, if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We will catch you next week when I will have been on several roller coasters and hopefully I'll still have my legs. Presumably Ash will have done something to his patio. We're not sure what at this point. That would spoil the surprise. And I would imagine that we will have both been drunk several more times. Until then, cheers for listening, buddies. We will catch you next week. Have a cracking one. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Right in the pool, feeling the flow, surfing the wave, body and soul. You wanna taste, but that will get you nowhere. Coming home to find that no one's there. Open the door, but mind your head. 2 for 1, it's just begun. You wanna taste, but that will get you nowhere. Coming home to find that no one's there. You wanna taste, but that will get you nowhere. Coming home to find that no one's there. You wanna taste, but that will get you nowhere. Coming home to find that no one's there. You want that taste, but that will get you nowhere. Coming home to find that no one's there.
You've been listening to the JfG podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook/the JfG podcast, or Twitter where we are at the JfG podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.